Welcome to SuicideFantasyFootball.com, coming to you from the War Room. This is actually our second home War Room. We got a couple of them talking about bust running backs in Fantasy Football 2011. You want to start, Jim? Go ahead. Tell me who your busts are so I don't steal them.
Because the first bust that I'm going with, probably going to get all those guys calling me fat turd and all the other stuff they leave on the comments.
Better than fat turd. That was a good one.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm chubby F-tard, not fat F-tard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
At least they got it right for you.
Yeah.
I'm going first one is Jamal Charles. He's the bust of the year. Now, when I say bust, I'm not saying that he's not going to be 9, 10, 11, 12 in points, but he's not going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 like people are predicting him to be.
People are calling him number one. I don't know what
ridiculous.
they're saying.
I don't trust Matt Castle. I don't like the Kansas City offensive line. I'm not in love with anything they do. I think they snuck up on people last year.
Yep.
McCluster loses carries at the goal line with McLean there. Charles loses carries. McCluster's going to take away some of his time on his dump off passes. There's just a lot of little itty bitty dinky weapons there. I don't think Jamal Charles is taking anybody by surprise. I think the Raiders defense is a little bit better than they were last year, playing against them twice a year. I think the defenses in Denver also is a little bit better than they were last year. So I think that his division has gotten a little tougher on the defensive side of the ball, and I think he's going to be, like I said, not a horrible fall off the face of the earth guy, but whoever drafts him is going to be upset that they didn't take somebody else ahead of him.
I see him as this year's D'Angelo Williams.
He could be. And now my fall off the face of the earth guy is MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew. He's a little fire plug kind of guy. Those little guys that have big frames, once they start getting hurt, they fall off. That's the way it goes. He's in the same mold as an Earl Campbell type runner. He's not ducking under anybody. He's trying to run people over, and his wheels are already banged up. So maybe he misses 6 games this year. Maybe he's only 100% for 10 games. I don't know what the number's going to be, but he's going to be somebody who's drafted 8, 9, 10, 11, and he's going to put up 4th or 5th round numbers.
I totally disagree with you on MJD. I think he's coming back strong. He's looked good in the preseason. He looks healthy. He totally stayed off of that leg for a long time so he could recuperate. And don't get me wrong, they are going to put 8 in the box, but I think MJD is a guy where you're going to get him value-wise. If you had to pick him 3 or 4 like you've had to in past years, a little bit overvalued, but he's like the 10th
He's a first-round pick?
If he's a first-round pick, you're in a league with idiots. But if you can get him early in the second round, I'm liking the value you get out of MJD. Jamal Charles, totally agree with you. So I'll give you my 2. Peyton Hillis is going to be the first bust.
Why?
Because he's just a guy who put up big numbers. No one expected anything from him. Now all this weight's on his shoulders.
Tell the real truth. Why?
Because he's a white dude?
No.
No. Why?
Because the Madden curse. Come on.
The Madden curse. I don't pay attention to the Madden curse.
That's what's happening. Madden curse.
That's not why I'm calling it. You're probably right. I guess you got to factor in the Madden curse. I don't think many people have escaped it. But that's not why I'm calling him being a bust. I just don't think he's the dude that everybody thinks he is. He is going to still be the 3rd best running back out of that backfield in Arkansas. Because McFadden and Felix Jones.
He's better than Felix Jones.
You'll see. Felix Jones is coming through this year. And I hate the Cowboys, but I'm just calling it out.
Here's your second bust.
My second bust is LeGarrette Blount. I said it. People rip me for it. I don't think LeGarrette Blount is anything. Everyone wants to say what he did for the Bucs last year and how great he was. He's just an average running back.
He'll punch you if he hears you say that.
Maybe, but I'm not in front of him, or I'd be like, I kind of like LeGarrette Blount. But really, if you can pick him, he's not going to last to the 3rd or 4th round, and that's where he should be. And he's going to go in the 2nd, and people are going to regret it. So that's what I'm calling for my bust, Jim. How bad you disagree with me?
I don't think LeGarrette Blount's a 2nd round pick. If you get him in the
late
3rd, 4th round, if he's the 14th, 15th, 16th running back taken, I think you're getting what you should get. But
I still think
I think the whole Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is a joke. I think Josh Freeman's going to be a bust. I think Mike Williams goes back to be more like the other Mike Williams than the Mike Williams that played last year. I think Blount is going to be okay. I think their defense is in that conference. Talk about a conference that really boned up. They're going to be,
Kellen Winslow is the only guy on the Bucs I'm picking.
Bucs are 6-10 this year. That's my prediction. Sorry,
I think
Tampa.
You're even giving them a couple wins. So that's what we're calling for. Check us out. You got any questions? Email Jim@SuicideFantasySports.com. Check us out on Facebook, Suicide Fantasy Football, our YouTube videos. And don't forget, you only got a couple of weeks left to sign up for Suicide Fantasy Football, the coolest way to play fantasy football, and you can even play it for free, college or pro.
Butz and Butz signing out.
Fantasy Overload, Wednesdays, 7:30. This week, 7 o'clock, special 90-minute edition.